Hey, what up everybody, I'm Cynical, and this is Dark Souls Remastered on PS4. And today we're doing part 12 of our Dark Souls Remastered playthrough. Hopefully the mic makes it through this. It's being very finicky and cutting out a lot, so I might have to stop every once in a while and make sure it's actually working right. But we're gonna get through it. We just gotta make it till like next Wednesday. So a few more days of babying this crappy mic. It's like if I move too much, it cuts out and stuff. So gotta stay super still and check it every 10 minutes or so, maybe, so I don't waste too much time recording like a 60-minute video and then when I listen to it, it's cutting out every other word. That's not acceptable. So what we're doing right now is we're going back down to Blighttown because I want to go visit QUELANA and Ingi, get some more pyromancy power going on. That way when we face off against Ornstein and Smo, we don't have to come back and level up stuff, and like we're ready to go once we get there. We don't have to get stuck or anything, which I don't think I would get stuck, but it doesn't hurt to make it as easy as possible. It's one of the hardest bosses in the game, fighting two bosses at once, and then a supersized Transformers combined version of them afterwards. So really like three bosses in the same battle. And that's what we have to look forward to, as well as Sin's Fortress. It's like a death trap of a level where it's just the whole environment's trying to kill you the entire time. And there's some pretty tough enemies in there too. But yeah, so here, just going back into Blighttown, heading down. I could jump down, but it's really dangerous. Speedrunners will jump down right here. They don't even use these ladders. They don't even hit every platform. They will skip as many as possible and land with like a tick of health left, chug a couple pots, and fall again. Like, they know exactly where to fall. It's crazy. They will fall right to that wheel and land on the wheel. Like, I don't know if that's exactly but that's like a good example of how what they do. They fall down. They jump down strategically, but it looks like they're just like falling down and landing and getting lucky, but really it's strategic. And it looks pretty awesome. They fall like exactly far enough. Like here I did a little bit right there. That's my chicken shit way. Like showing that it's possible there. They do it way further than that though. I had to get a little bit of it in though. These bugs really bother me when I'm like, your camera, it screws up your camera. It's hard to attack them. They're a little bit too high to where you can't attack them. So you have to get out your bow and arrow. Then you're wasting time getting out your bow and arrow. Probably waste a good arrow. They don't even... Do they give you souls? Just give me 36 souls. That's curious. I wonder if there's a way you could farm these. 36 souls, huh? I wonder if there's I wonder if you could, I know I was talking about this like in a video recently about like AFK farming and whatnot, and how I think it's interesting, and I wouldn't want to do a whole character that way, but if I could do a couple levels, get over on the game. I don't know why I feel like that's I don't know, something I enjoy doing is getting over on a game and like AFK while I'm asleep, gaining that extra advantage. So I wonder if there's a way you can use those bugs to gain experience. You'd have to make them die somehow near you, and it be like you're doing. You'd have to have some sort of damage shield, I guess, or a pet maybe. What if you took what's her name? What if you took the butcher lady out there before you fight Quelaag? I wonder if you took her out there and just killed bugs, because they're infinite. The bugs are infinite and they give you experience. I wonder if you took her out there and put her in like a very specific spot to where she could hit them and they can't kill her, but she can kill them. It's probably not possible because they could like spit on her, poison her, and kill her eventually. But I don't know. That might be a good. I might want to test that at one time. You know, I can't do it now because I already fought Quelaag, but you'd have to do it before you fight Quelaag. It's probably not possible, but if anybody knows, has anybody ever figured that out? I was thinking about dropping down right there. I think you can, but I didn't want to risk it for the biscuit because I'd be way back in Firelink Shrine, and we don't need to waste all that time. But yeah, I wonder if it's possible if you could get the Butcher, and instead of going into the boss fight, you just turn around, go back out, and put her in a very specific spot. Like, I don't even know. I can't even think of a good spot. You'd have to like put yourself in a corner to where she would be in front of you. That way you wouldn't get poisoned and die. But she could also, she could run through the poison, so maybe she's immune to poison. Because I don't see her getting poisoned just from running through the environment when you fight her the first time. So I don't know. It's probably not even worth thinking about because they probably made it so you can't do it. But and somebody would have figured it out by now anyway. I need to keep my head very still and my body also. So I don't want to record this twice. I already did that once. I recorded a video on Friday for Gems of War. No, it was Thursday. And I put it out and everything. Let people watch it for a couple hours. I'm gonna move this mic, hold on. Alright, it sounds okay. I'm gonna keep going the way we're going, but you never know. I only listened to like 30 seconds of it. Alright, so I'm talking to Ingi because I need to upgrade my pyromancy glove to +10 or else QUELANA won't speak to us. I think I was calling her Quaylon in the last video, but her name is QUELANA. I am using the boss souls, so don't do this. Don't do this. I just didn't have enough souls when I was down here, so I had to use them. You can forge boss weapons with those, so you don't want to really do this. You don't want to consume the boss souls. Because you can make a cool like shield, a cool sword, with the Soul of Sif. You can make a Quelaag's Fury sword with Quelaag's. She has a really good one. She has two good weapons. They're like both on. One of them's on fire, and the other one's like an awesome katana. And then the Moonlight Butterfly makes the Moonlight Greatsword. So those are three really good ones. But I'm not going to use any of those weapons. I'm already using my scythe. Don't need the shield, so I probably should have saved them to get the weapons. There's probably a achievement associated with those souls, but I can always do that. We're not achievement hunting this time. We're just getting through the game. We can achievement hunt next time maybe, or 100%, or all dialogues, or anything. Cosplay, just go through as a Stone Guardian. But she won't talk to you. You can't understand her language. You have to get a special ring. But you can give her humanities once you enter the Covenant. And if you give her a certain amount of humanities, you'll get a really powerful pyromancy. And I didn't feel like I had enough to do that, but I tried giving her 10 just to see if I would get something. And I guess you have to give her more than 10. I might look it up in between videos. But I don't think we're probably not going to be coming back to her until we get teleportation. But oh well, we'll get a really powerful pyromancy when we after we beat Ornstein and Samo. I'll have to save up my humanity till then. Hopefully we don't die very much. Yeah, I gave her 10 to rank up in the Covenant, but I guess I need to rank up some more to get something. It is supposedly makes her look more healthy when you give her humanity. But yeah, you can open a shortcut by giving her humanity. You can get a Chaos Pyromancy by giving her humanity. And there's something else you can get. There's like 3 rewards as you rank up. But you have to get to like rank 10, rank 20, rank 30, something like that. And I only got to like probably rank 1 or 2, I don't know. I need to get the servant roster off Ingi so I can see what rank I'm at, but I didn't do that. So that's all the souls I had. That's as much as I could ascend in my glove. I think I got plus 10, plus 11, something like that. But that's enough to see QUELANA. So we can go buy Great Combustion, which is a really good pyromancy. It's really powerful. There's other pyromancies that are supposed to be more powerful, like chaos pyromancies that do direct damage and damage over time. But Great Combustion just is really awesome. So I'm gonna get that first, and then we'll get the other ones. But even when I have every single pyromancy and my glove is fully ascended and I'm at the most powerful I'm ever gonna be, I still use Great Combustion. It's just really fast. Like, it comes out quickly, and it's powerful. So, especially with the Crown of Dusk and the sorcery ring. Those worms back there from that egg, they can infect you and make your brain, like your egg, hatch on your head, and then you look funny. We'll do that later on, but that makes Ingi trust you more and like give you something extra. I don't know exactly. But we'll check that out later on when we're going to Izalith. We'll teleport back here. There's a level, another area down there deeper in the game. If you go past the ceaseless discharge, all that lava will go away. It'll drain, like a lot of the lava will drain, and then you can go down to Izalith. And so we'll be going back through there. We'll get the egg infection and rank up in the Covenant, because I might just stay this Covenant now. I'm not achievement hunting, and this is the Covenant we need. It's the chaos, it's the fire, it's the pyromancy, it's the witches. This is what we're gonna be. So I might just not join any more Covenants. We'll get all the achievements eventually. So now we're just gonna go see QUELANA. That was we came down here to go to Ingi to ascend our pyromancy glove to plus 10. It cost us a bunch of souls and boss souls, but we got it done. Now we're more powerful. Our pyromancy's more powerful, and we're gonna buy Great Combustion off of this lady right here. Which, if you remember earlier in the video, we walked right past this spot and we couldn't see her.
A mere undead, yet you can see me. Fascinating. I am QUELANA of Izalith. I am not often revealed to walkers of flesh. You have a gift. Are you too one who seeks my pyromancy, like Solomon? Yes, of course. It should be expected. Very well. You shall be my pupil. But to pursue my pyromancy, you must give something up. Are you prepared to do this?
Oh yeah, I'll give it up to you, baby. And you in that sexy robe, your burnt flesh. Alright, so Great Combustion. I was hoping I could get something else here, but we didn't have enough. Luckily, I saved enough for Great Combustion. I didn't even do that consciously. It just happened. So lucky, or else we would have had to farm those rock guys or something. We would have had to farm some souls, because I needed that. I really want the Great Fireball, because that's like a more of a ranged Great Combustion. It's a big, huge fireball you can throw. I really want that, but 20,000 souls, I'm not going to sit down here and kill 40 of those big rock ogres.
Long ago, I accepted another pupil like yourself. Over 200 years ago, there was a man almost as bungling as you. In your world, he was called Salaman, the Master Pyromancer. The little rascal really made something of himself.
I feel like I made you guys watch enough side.
Pyromancy is the art of invoking and manipulating fire. But remember one thing. Always fear the flame, lest you be devoured by it and lose yourself. I would hate to see that happen again.
I feel like I made all two of you out there.
Pyromancy is the art of invoking and manipulating fire. But remember one, always fear the flame.
All two of you out there that are actually watching. I feel like I've already made you go off on a lot of side things and backtrack through areas and everything.
Lest my time spent on you be wasted.
So we don't want to do that too much more. We want to like progress in the game and get to Sin's Fortress. That's the next area. It's really dangerous. You guys have already seen this area, so we need to move forward in the game. It's kind of hard when you know like everything that can happen in every area. You want to like do everything you can, and it makes it so you like stay in the same area a little bit longer than you normally would because you're going around and doing everything because you know everything. So I could, but there's more you can even do down there. Like I could have went and killed Laurentius. I could have went to the Great Hollow, Ash Lake. There's a couple items I missed down there. We could have done the egg infection thing. We could have leveled up in the Covenant. Like there's a lot of things you can do down there still. So, but let's move forward. Let's move forward. That whole Darkroot Garden, Sif, Moonlight Butterfly thing, that's kind of a side. Like you have to do the Sif boss fight, but you don't have to do it till after Ornstein and Smo. And the Moonlight Butterfly I think is totally optional. So I feel like we've already done a couple optional side things, so we need to move it forward. So back through the Undead Parish, we're gonna run to Sin's Fortress. That's the big gate that opened after you ring both bells. That's where you're supposed to be going right now. I think the game is designed for you to do Sif after you beat Ornstein and Smo, like the big wolf guy with the sword. But since I was already over there and everything, and I wanted to get the Dark Wood Grain Ring, and you know, there's a few things over there I wanted to get. So we were already over there, might as well kill the bosses that are over there. Then that gave me the souls to get my pyromancy too. Because it ended up we needed those souls, especially the Sif one. The Sif one gave us a lot of souls. It's like a later on boss. So we need to attune our Great Combustion, or else we can't use it. So remember to do that. If you buy a new pyromancy, you gotta attune it. Luckily we have two spots to attune pyromancies, because it only has 8 uses, or yeah, 8 uses. Eventually you could actually buy 2 of them. You could buy 2 Great Combustion and have more charges, so you could buy the same spell more than once if you want. Like that'd be great. I wish I had 2 of them, because I'd probably do that. But maybe not, because it's nice to have a nice little ranged pyromancy and a close-up one, because you kind of want both. But we could also have more attunement slots. You know, get like 4 or 5 attunement slots, and then we could put like 3 Great Combustions, a Fire Orb, and like a Power Within or something. Like a buff. We should get like a buff, some sort of armor, and then like 2 or 3 Great Combustions, and then like a ranged pyromancy. So eventually we'll get there. We'll put some points into attunement, so we can have more, at least more Great Combustion. That's my favorite one, but some of the Chaos ones give it a run for its money though. Those are really cool looking, and they do both a direct damage and a dot, so that's really cool. So if you like throw this huge fireball at a boss and you hit him with it, it'll hit him for like 800 damage, and then it'll make lava on the ground right where you hit him, and then it'll tick for like 30 or 40 damage a tick, you know, for 5 or 6 ticks. So you do like 1,000 damage with one of those, especially with the Crown of Dusk and everything, Sorcery Ring. But yeah, this gate opened, so now we're in Sin's Fortress. You see Sir Onion Knight isn't sitting there anymore. He came in as soon as the gate opened. He started progressing through Sin's Fortress, so he's in here too. I should probably check the audio again, but I really just want to get this done, so I'm just trying to stay as still as possible. I don't think I have very much more time to get it done, so just 40 more minutes, please. I bought poison arrows. I got enough so I can poison these guys if I want to. I was hoping the swinging, what are they called? Pendulums? I don't know. We'll call them pendulums. The swinging pendulums would hit him and knock him down and kill him. Because he's poisoned. Even if he doesn't die from the fall, he'd die from the poison. So that's what I was hoping, but it didn't happen. But it's a good area to have a bow and arrow. Because there's a lot of lizards. If you know where they are, you can shoot them from here. So I see one right there. And he'll shoot lightning at you as you're trying to dodge a pendulum, knocking you off. This whole area is like an obstacle course of death. So if you get hit by those, things right there, it knocks you down. And I don't know if you die immediately, because there's big, huge demons down there. Like the one we fought outside of Andre. The very first time, the one that shoots lightning, he has like a big old staff. And he's the one that crushed you into the ground, turned you into the ground, if you remember that from the, like, part 2 or something. There's those guys, and they're down there. And the ground is, like, sticky, so you can't move very well. So first of all, you get hit by this swinging thing. It takes damage out for that. Then you fall, like a really far distance, almost enough to die. So then you're almost dead. Then you're in this sticky stuff, so you can't move very well. And then a huge demon is coming after you that can kill you in like 2 hits. So 1 hit after falling and getting hit with that by the pendulum. And they're tougher than the one that you fought outside of Andre. Like they have more health, they hit harder, they take less damage. So, and there's 4 of them down there. Like if you fall right here, you might have to face off against one, I'm pretty sure. But he would attack you pretty much as soon as you stand up, and you can't move very well unless you have the rusted iron ring, which is a good reason to go back to the asylum when we did. Because I do have the rusted iron ring, but you'd have to be already wearing it. And if you get hit by these things, you're not expecting to get hit by these, you know? You're not going to stand there and let it hit you. So you're never going to be prepared to fall down there. So you're probably not going to be wearing the rusted iron ring when you fall down there. So you're going to have to like get in your inventory, put it on real quick. So that's another little bit of time that you have to survive while it's like a huge demon's jumping on you, while you're trying to chug an Estus and change your inventory to another ring and everything. So it's probably not going to happen. If you get hit by that thing right there, you're going to fall down. You're going to either die or stand up and get crushed into the ground. This flippy ring works good on those. And then there's these switches. Gotta watch out. It's a trap. Just like the one at the very beginning of the area, right when we went through the gate that opened to come in here. There was one of those traps as well. And you can use them to hopefully kill the lizards there. If you know that the trap's there, you can use it to your advantage. It does pretty good damage. It can kill like at least 1 lizard. But remember this guy. He's leaning against that wall. Remember him. That guy there. He's just leaning against the wall, just chilling. Watch that. Oh, what the heck? What was that? That guy just got bowled over. He's gonna get wrecked. Watch this. He's gonna get wrecked. Oh, we got wrecked. There's a boulders down here. So this is like one of the main gimmicks of this area is this boulder rolling down here, and you got to get past it. And it's throughout the whole level almost. There's this boulder threat. So we're gonna run after it. Use our flippy ring a little bit. Get down here. I probably should have waited to do this, but I don't know. I'm kind of trying to remember this area at this point. Trying to remember where you're supposed to go. Trying to remember what order you're supposed to do things in. He actually got me with that. That was a pretty fast jumping attack. But these guys have a pretty good sword. It's called, I forget. Serpent sword. It's called the Snaky Snake sword with the snake on it. I forget what it's called, but it's awesome. I mean, it's cool.
Oh ho! Ah, where did you come from? Splendid news, I tell you. so you see my plight. Yes, indeed. I've run up against a wall, or a ball to be precise. I'm afraid I'm a bit too tough to be outrunning those things. So here I sit in quite a pickle, but who knows? Perhaps we'll have another development.
Yeah. So here he is, Sir Onion.
Perhaps I could try some rolling. Bah, no chance. My head would spin.
Or Seigmeyer, if you will.
Perhaps I could try some rolling. Bah.
His questline's one of the best ones on this game, so anytime you can speak to him or help him progress, you probably want to do it, because, I don't know, it's just a really nice story. A good quest. He'll be there every other area. He's there. You gotta do something to help him out, or let him help you, or... But to dodge this boulder, just stand in this doorway, wait for it to roll by, and then just run. And you gotta know where you're going. And you gotta be pretty light. And you duck in here. And that's how much time you got. So not very much. You got about 1 second to screw up. Then we have this guy. If you let the boulder go by and you hurry up, you can kill him. I think you can also drop down behind him in there. There's like a hole in the ceiling at some point. But I did it this way. And there's an item in here. And it's a good one. Ring of Steel Protection. This is a really good ring for like new players. If you put this on and plus the Ring of Favor and Protection, you'll be really defensive. So if you get hit, you won't get hit for very much. This ring belonged to the Night King Rendal. It grants its wearer protection by boosting defense against physical attacks. One of the many legends surrounding the Night King Rendal, one of the more well-known, speaks of his standing down a giant drake and slashing it to pieces. So yeah, if you happen to get hit, you'll take less damage. And a lot of damage in this game is physical damage. I think that's the majority. Because even enemies that have elemental damage also have physical damage. So a lot of enemies in the game don't have elemental damage. They only have physical. And then the enemies that do have elemental also have physical. But the enemies that only have physical don't also have elemental. So the most prevalent type of damage in the game is physical, and that ring guards against it. So it's really good for new players. I guess he can't trigger the trap because he went over it. But there's another one of those dart traps here. If you step on this pressure plate in the middle of this hallway, you'll get 3 darts up your butt and die. So be careful. I didn't mean to say that. I wanted it to be a surprise. But you're probably also wondering why I'm standing here blocking. So I guess I figured I'd let you know. It's gonna be pretty funny that he dies for me blocking. Oh, he's dead. That was a magic trick. But I told you the trick before I did it. I meant to not say anything and just let that happen and be like, oops, how'd he die? But yeah, there's a pressure plate on the ground and darts shooting to his back. Which, if it was you walking through the hallway and you stepped on the plate, darts would shoot in your butt. So this is a pretty hard boulder spot. But you're not supposed to do this here, what I'm doing. You gotta be pretty fast to get it done, as you can see. That boulder whizzed over my head. But this is where you can change the direction of the boulder. So we're gonna make it shoot out the window there. And now we're free to explore. Or so I thought. For some reason the boulder mechanism will change back to its original setting depending on where you go in the level. I don't know exactly the formula, but if you progress into the level, it'll like stay where it is. But if you go backwards in the level, it'll change back to what it was. So I don't get it really. I remember thinking about it though, like a long time ago. Like wondering at what point in the level does it trigger a change. There's nobody there to change the direction. There's not even a person standing there to change it. So it must be like automatic based on where you are in the level. We got a shodel. That's the weapon that Lautrec was using. The gold guy that we killed that was in the jail. Curved sword with sharply curved blade. Created by Arstar, Earl of Karim. Requires great skill to wield, but evades shield defense to sneak in damage. So if you're using this against somebody that's turtling up, they're using their big old shield and they're just blocking all the time, this is what you would whip out, because it does damage around shields. It's like a curved sword. I don't know exactly how that would work, but it does work. You can attack people that are blocking and still do damage on them. It sneaks around their shield, so blocking does nothing against that thing. You gotta like parry it, or...
Perhaps I could try some rolling. Bah, no chance. My head would spin.
We still saying the same thing. I think he gets out no matter what, as long as you change the mechanism. But I thought he would be gone by now, already run up there. But I think you have to get a certain amount through the level before he does it, because the boulder could switch back. So I don't know. I'm kind of trying to figure out this level again. I haven't played it in a while. But we'll figure it out. We got Leany Leanerton here still. Don't know why I came back and looked at him. Hoping the boulder doesn't switch to this path. But yeah, it's kind of weird. I go up there and I change the direction of the boulder, but then it switches on its own. Like, it's supposed to be shooting out the window right now. I think it switches back to this. Or let's see. Now it's going down. See, it's going down the hill now. It's going right where we just were. Right where the dude's sitting. So I changed it again. So I don't know. I think you gotta change it and then progress a certain amount into the level. But remember the guy that was leaning against the wall? He just took a boulder to the face, and the boulder went through the wall. And he just took another one. There he is. This part's pretty funny. Boom! See ya! See how far that is? That's how far you'd fall if you fell off. It's like almost enough to die. If I fell right now, I'd probably die. But if I had full health, I'd probably survive like a tiny tick, and then a demon would jump on me and kill me. So the boulder's going down the center, so we can go up this way. But as soon as we... So now it's probably going right where we just were, I guess. It like switches to wherever you are until a certain point in the level. But look at this. It switched already to here. It almost killed me. Look how much it takes out. It's a lot of damage. Luckily I survived and got up. But I don't know. I need to figure this out. I'm gonna make it shoot out the window again. And we'll go this way this time. That way, hopefully it stays going out the window, because we're progressing. There's an item up there. You gotta jump down from the further up on the ramp. Shot me. Shot him back. Shot him in the crotch. Now he's poisoned. So now he's dead, pretty much. Once you get something poisoned, it's dead. Unless it has like a really big health pool, I think. Like a giant or something. Sometimes you have to re-poison them. But not very often. So I started going down this ladder, but you're not supposed to. You're supposed to wait for this boulder pit to fill up. So we need the boulder to be coming down here, and it's not. So I need to go switch it again. This is getting annoying. I've already switched it like 3 times. Usually you only have to do it like once, so this is not representative of how you're supposed to do it. I'm just having trouble for whatever reason. And you can actually get up above this mechanism where the boulder drops down. Or you can see it at least. I'm not sure if you can get up in there. I think you actually can though. So now I got it going this way, which normally you wouldn't want to do. But normally you can't get up there. Like, I was just really fast and knew that I could do it. Most people will just follow the boulder down, not switch the mechanism yet, and then wait right here once they get down. Because the boulder will fill up this pit. And then, uh-oh, it's filled up. Now what? It's like a jam. What happens once it's filled up? Where does this boulder go? Ooh, it crushes through the wall. And there's an item in here. Covetous gold serpent ring. It's a pretty good ring. There's the gold ring and a silver ring. The gold ring boosts your item discovery, which means if you're waiting for something to drop, if you're trying to get a certain item off a certain enemy, then you wear this ring and it'll give you a better chance of that item dropping. So later in the game there'll be like enemies that drop humanity. There'll be enemies that drop certain sword that you might want to try to farm. The serpent is an imperfect dragon and symbol of the undead. Its habit of devouring prey even larger than itself has led to an association with gluttony. This gold ring engraved with the serpent boosts its wearer's item discovery, so that more items can be amassed. So yeah, later on you'll want to farm like humanity off certain enemies, and they only drop it like once every 25, once every 4 kills or something. If you wear that thing, it'll be like every other kill. It boosts it up. You know how drops work in RPGs or whatever. You'll find an enemy, they have a chance to drop a cool sword, but it's like a 5% chance that they drop it, so you gotta kill them like 20 times before they might drop it. Well, this ring makes it more likely that that thing will drop. Not 100%, but it's like extra 25% chance or something. And you can get like a +1 of those rings too, like to make them even more powerful. But check out this chest. It's kind of weird. It's kind of off-center. It's tilted to the side. It's moving a little bit. This thing got me my very first time. First time I played the game, this chest got me. It's a mimic. See it breathing? You can see the chest moving. It's a mimic, and they're pretty tough. Like, they take your whole stamina bar worth of hits to kill them. So that's my whole bar plus another one. So luckily we killed him because he was about to roundhouse me in the face. Like, literally, they do that. They like do kung fu. Alright, let's take a look at this. This is like a good weapon for beginners. So if for some reason you don't get the Drake Sword, actually if you do get the Drake Sword, standard spear used commonly by soldiers, long reach, and can be used with shield up, effective against hard exteriors, and can hit for high damage at the right moment of an enemy swing. But the hit radius is small and is easily blocked by shields. So yeah, it's typical spear, except for it has lightning on it, an extra 144 damage of lightning. Or I don't know if it's extra damage, but there's also lightning damage. I think it's split damage. Am I supposed to go down there? But don't ride this elevator all the way up. You gotta get off right here. Because if you go all the way up, there's spikes. Another trap. Yeah, and that mimic got me the very first time. The darts in the back got me. The pendulums got me. Like, there's a lot of traps in here. The mimic, this elevator will... If you look at the elevator floor, it's got blood all over it because people ride it too far and they get rode right into spikes. It was like at this point I started like getting lost a little bit. I just haven't played it in a long time. Not exactly lost per se, but like I kept going and getting things that I knew were there. And it kind of threw me off. Because there's a way to progress through the level. And it does not open from this side. Like, I don't know what happened here. It's like, I know where everything is in this level. So I'm going off and getting them. But it's making me do the level in the wrong order. So... Now I'm confused because I've gone off like on a. I've gone off to areas where I probably shouldn't have gone already. Like the boulder mechanism. But I did blast this wall out, so we can go check that out. There's stuff back here. We got Big Hat Logan.
You seem quite lucid. A rare thing in these times. I am Logan. I'm a bit cooped up, as you can see. I have a bright idea. Suppose you set me free. I'm old and empty-handed, but I could repay you with knowledge and sorcery. This place is melting my mind. The inactivity is repressive.
So this is Big Hat Logan. He's like the most badass sorcerer in the land. Somehow he got trapped here. That's who Griggs is looking for.
Oh, heavens. Thank you. I'm safe, and I'd love to resume my travels. But I must log a few things first, and I owe you a favor. I will return to Firelink Shrine. Speak with me there, so that I may impart my sorcery.
Looks pretty cool. Has a kind of funny looking hat, but it's kind of cool too.
Don't mind me. Go on ahead. I'll be along later. Whoa, I'll be just fine, young man.
Yeah, you say that, but you got captured.
Oh, I'll be...
Look at his hat, man. It's crazy. It's Big Hat Logan. Big Dong Cinny. It'd be funny if your name was just like... He has a big hat, so his name is Big Hat. I have a shield, so I'm Shieldy Scytherson. Shieldy Scytherson with the Roby. So he just hangs out there until you like reload the game or something. So I almost want to start this area over. Like you're not supposed to do that until later. You're not supposed to knock that wall out. You're not supposed to change this boulder till later. Yeah. I feel like I kind of screwed up in here a little bit by doing things out of order. But we'll figure it out. Eventually I'll stop going off on little secret areas and getting all the items. So this boulder coming this way now, see? What the heck? Ow. It doesn't hurt as bad if you don't get like totally ran over by it. If you get like completely crushed by it, it takes out most of your life. And if you didn't level up like I did a little bit extra, then you probably die from it. But let's switch it one more time, I guess. I don't know. Kind of checking that area out. Trying to figure out where I'm supposed to be going. We'll switch its position one more time, and hopefully that works out. So we can go down here. I really want to roll off this and get this item, and then just, you know, it's something we haven't got yet. So let's get it. A large soul of a proud knight. There's an area you can go to through this window, I think. I feel like I missed something right here. That's why I'm really trying to look here. See if I got it or not. I can't see it. But there is that item, a nice large soul. And then there's this little area. It's like a jail type area with some items. The Black Sorcerer set. Sorcery Hush. It's supposed to be Griggs' body there. Logan's apprentice. He actually will come back here once you buy all of his sorceries out. If you buy every single thing he has in his inventory, he'll come here and he'll be hollow. So that's why his body's here. I don't know. It's weird. Time is weird in this game. A person's body is already there that is still alive. But it's because he eventually turns hollow and dies here. But time is distorted, That's what they say, at least in this game. So that guy's own body is here already, and he's not dead yet. That's kind of crazy. So what are we gonna do now? I guess I don't know, go through this other door over here. Drop down right here. I know there's some stuff I can get over here. So I think you gotta drop down. Oh, there's something. Let's go get that. Kind of doing. There's that item. Is that? I wonder if I. Oh no! I think I'm supposed to drop down. I think I dropped down the wrong side. Cause there's definitely an item while you drop down. Oh well, I'm not trying to get everything in the game. I guess I'll look up and see what I missed. This ring was secretly worn by a certain surreptitious sorcerer at Venheim Dragon School. The ring is engraved with an everlasting dragon in silent slumber, and masks all sound emitting from its wearer. Slumbering Dragon Crest ring. So if you put that on, then the enemies can't hear you, and you can sneak up on them and like give them a nice backstab or back rub if you want. I don't know. This is above where we first started. You can see all the pendulum swinging. But I swear there's an item when you drop down here, but I think you have to drop down the other side. Like there's another hole with the same layout, and I just dropped down the wrong one. Now it's gonna bother me. I might have to come back and get that. So we'll just go through Grig's little jail area by his corpse, and we'll drop down the other side. And it won't take too long, because like, you know, I already did this. So we already did most of the work. We'll just have to retrace our steps. More backtracking. I know. I can't help it. I don't know what's wrong. I have to get everything, but I don't. It's weird. It's like I want to get everything, but then I don't get everything. But then like I go off on side paths to grab stuff I know is there, but then at some points I don't do that. Like you think I'd either be all in or all out, but I'm not. I thought you could poison these guys, but I guess we'll see. Keep on saying things. I already like know what happens because I'm just putting the audio over gameplay I already did. But looks like you can't poison him because I shot that guy like 6 times in a row, and there's no way his poison meter builds up that slow. I say if you shoot something 6 or 7 times and it doesn't get poisoned, and you do it like in quick succession, that they probably can't be poisoned, because usually it only takes 3 or 4 shots in quick succession. You can't shoot something and then go eat a sandwich and then shoot it again and then go on the toilet and then shoot it again and expect it to get poisoned. You gotta shoot it pretty quickly. But I feel like I'm doing that, so I don't think these guys can be poisoned. You can shoot without aiming, check that out. But watch out for that. These guys are really strong. You shouldn't even come down here, to be honest. I just did because I know I can do it. But I don't even remember what we got right there. Oh, the Slumbering Dragon Crest ring, and then a couple souls, I guess. This one's a little bit easier than... There's, like, tougher ones further down here. So don't take that one as, like, the example of how tough they're going to be, because they get tougher, and there's more of them. And if you get knocked off and fall down here, they can just pounce on you. So you gotta be careful. And this sticky ground here, if you're not wearing the ring I'm wearing, you're gonna be walking really slow. Some sort of tar, I guess. Go on with the arrow thing, strategy. You could stand here and just shoot arrows at them, but eventually they'll come after you and either shoot lightning in your face or jump on you. So you have to either be like really far away or really good with dodging while you're shooting a bow and arrow. So eventually you probably just want to like hit them with your weapon. But then you get up close and they start knocking your stamina down. And it gets pretty tough because they can knock your stamina down. They can do a 3-hit combo. And they'll knock all your stamina out in the first 2 hits. And then they'll kill you with the 3rd hit because you can't block anymore. Once all your stamina's gone, you can't block anymore. So they'll hit you twice, all your stamina will be gone. Then they'll do their 3-hit combo. The third hit will hit you, and you can't block because you have no more stamina. Because every time you block a hit, it takes out like a bunch of your stamina. So they'll do a 3-hit combo. You'll be blocking the whole time, but the first 2 hits will knock your shield down, and the third one will kill you. So you can't just stand there and block. You gotta either block a couple times, or roll, or block and then let go of block so your stamina builds back up, and then block again as soon as they're about to hit you. That's a good practice to follow in this game, is only block when something's going to hit you. If you're blocking like the entire time waiting for them to hit you, then your stamina won't rebuild. But if you block only when they're about to hit you and then let go of block after, your stamina will build back up and you'll have more of it to take the next shot. So see me, I'm letting go of block. So block, let go, roll. You know, there's a strategy to it. You can't just stand there with your shield up and block things for infinity. Because look at my stamina bar. As soon as that's all gone, I can't block anymore. But if I let my guard down, then it'll build back up, you know, slowly. More quickly because we're wearing the grass crest shield, though. And look at this guy. He's way tougher than the other ones. Ooh, and he got me. Pinned me in the ground. And he spanked my hiney, but I got out of there. Just barely. Look at that health. That's like 1 HP. But there's 2 of them over here too, and the other one will notice you pretty quickly. So he'll start shooting lightning and crawling towards you while you're fighting the other one. And these 2 are like tougher than the first 2, as you can tell from me hitting them and barely moving their health bar. Ooh, I got smashed into the ground again. So that takes away like 40% of your health right there. And if you didn't level up like me, you would have like 2 less bubbles or 3 less bubbles of health. If you don't have the Ring of Favor and Protection, you would have another bubble or 2 less. If you come down here with like 3 or 4 bubbles of health, they're going to kill you in 1 hit. Lucky for me, I have like 8. So I can survive like 1 or 2 hits from these guys. Just barely too. I had like 1 HP left. I'm going to start using Pyromancy with the Crown of Dusk on because these guys are tough. Look at this. I'm throwing some powerful Pyromancy at them. Ooh, he almost got me again. Look at that. You can't even see my HP right now. I almost died like 3 times already down here. So at least it's kind of interesting. Even though it's like a side path, it's dangerous. And look how long that weapon is. Like, I'm way over here, down a hallway, around a corner, and he's still hitting me. And he can shoot lightning as well. Can't believe I missed that one. So I'm going to use up all my Pyromancy on this guy. Because we'll probably hit a bonfire before we get to the boss anyway, so I can replenish it. Anytime you sit at a bonfire, you'll get your Pyromancies back. So I might as well use them. This is going to be the toughest enemy in this area. And they drop Demon Titanite. Like, that would, those are for boss weapons. So it's upgrade material for boss weapons. You need like 1 to get to +2 boss weapon. You need like 2 or 3 to get to +3 boss weapon. You need like 4 or 5 to get, you know. And then I think you need a slab to get to +5, but maybe not. And they can't, it's hard to come across them too. Like, you have to kill these guys to get them. And there's only 6 of these guys in the game, maybe, something like that. There's these 4, and then there's the one after Andre. And then there's one in Izalith. There might be 1 or 2 more, but those are the ones I can think of at the moment. So let's use some charcoal pine resin on our weapons since we're out of Pyromancy now on the second guy. Do a little bit extra damage. I don't think it's doing amazing. But our one hand is hitting for 78. Our two-hand 122 with fire on it. And this guy is just taking a bunch of hits. If he would have hit me there, I would have died. Oops! Almost tried to buff my weapon again. Almost died here. So that's like 4th time I've almost died. Let's get the heck out of there. Using up all my Estus too, so I don't know what I'm doing. Let's use all of our Pyromancy and all of our Estus on this random side path. These really difficult enemies that give me upgrade material I do not need. So I don't know what the heck I'm doing here. Guess just getting them out of here, because they don't respawn, I don't think. So now if I fall down here, I won't have to deal with them. Demon Titanite. We got the Slumbering Dragoncrest ring. We got a couple other things. And now they're not down here anymore, so that's good. Not that I think we're gonna fall or anything. And if we do fall, like later on in the level, it's gonna be from even higher. So we'll probably die. But anyway, it's clear. This is probably the hardest enemies in this whole area, this whole dungeon. Now they're all dead, so that feels good. And there's another little ledge you can drop down to get down here. Like it's up behind me and to the right. But I need to go. I guess I need to do that too. So I need to drop down here 2 more times, which sucks. 'Cause I really don't want to do that. But who knows? I may do it or I may not do it. We'll have to see. But a good thing about dropping down here is this part right here. You climb up this ladder. This is how you get out of there. And then there's a illusory wall right here. Illusory. Is that how they say it? Illusionary. Illusion. It's an illusion. They call it a illusory wall for some reason. Wouldn't it be an illusionary wall? I don't know. There's a whole I think there's a whole YouTube channel. A guy named Illusory Wall. He has a pretty good YouTube channel. He goes like really deep into these games. He like shows maps and crazy stuff you never thought of, and he like clips. He'll use the software where you can like clip through, use different cameras and see stuff that you're not supposed to see. Secret areas, things that weren't in the game, like different views of the levels from vantage points you're not supposed to have, with cameras you're not supposed to use. Like you clip through, use like a camera, clip through the walls, go to different spots and look at things from different angles that you're not supposed to. I don't know, I'd recommend him. He's pretty good. Illusory Wall. I think he has his own website too, like a whole, but he also is on YouTube. And then VaatiVidya. They're both like really good with the. VaatiVidya is more like lore, but Illusory Wall is more like secrets and cameras and clipping and all that, maps. And then VaatiVidya is like more like lore. But it's VaatiVidya if you want to check him out. Then Illusory Wall, it's like ILLOSORY, then Wall. You can look both of them up. They're both pretty good. If you're into this kind of stuff, it's like extra information about the game. That's interesting. But here's where we came from. That's where Andre is. And then that's the second bell. So we rang that, or that's the first bell. We rang the first bell, and then we went down to Blighttown, rang the second bell, then the giant pulled this chain. That opened the gate. And now we're killing that giant. We got a Titanite chunk for it. But hey, like, share, subscribe. That's it for now. We'll have to finish up Sens Fortress next time. So we'll definitely finish it up next time and fight the boss and everything. But yeah, like, share, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Hopefully the audio was good this time. Peace.